today's moving day, so we get to travel with Grover sandwiches.
And we get to serve our iPad.
And we get to go to a fun new place where we can play all around.
But we're going to try something new this time. We're going to try boondocking for the first time. What's boondocking?
It's when the hoses don't have water, and
You're on the right track. It's when there's no hookups, right? Means we're going to be out in the middle of nowhere.
Why are we in the middle of nowhere?
I guess we're not in the middle of nowhere. We're going to be in the campsite.
we are in Whiskeytown. We're boondocking.
Hey, you're watching Rockin' and Rollin'. I'm Dan.
I'm Jenna.
And we're the Thompsons.
And we have a story to tell you.
So firstly, a quick apology. We haven't uploaded anything in like 3 or 4 months. And it's because this lifestyle has been kind of rough. We've ran into a lot of snags and hangups, which we are going to update you guys on. We've been filming along the way. We just haven't taken the time to organize the footage and tell you the story yet. So that's going to be coming hopefully more frequently than it has been. But we do want to take you back to where we left you off. So leaving Groveland, California, the 1,000 Trails there, right near Yosemite National Park, we took off for our first boondocking adventure.
Yeah, we drove up to Redding, California, at a place called Whiskeytown Lake, which recently had been hit by the fires in California, the Carr Fire, I believe. So driving up there, we saw the mass destruction of the fire. It was pretty crazy. But even still, it was incredibly beautiful.
All right, we're all set up. We're leveled. We're good to go. And now, per our camping tradition, we are going to go into town and find a nice restaurant to eat at and buy some groceries. And then we'll come back and begin our boondocking adventure. We ate at a really good Mexican food place.
Yeah, we did.
Which I don't remember the name. Yeah, the first night. Because that's our tradition, remember? We would get in, we'd get level, and then we'd go get dinner and groceries for the week.
Yeah.
So
was it Mexican food? I
was
thought
Mexican
that was
food.
in Groveland.
We've had Mexican food everywhere that we've gone.
That was in Groveland, though. That Mexican food restaurant that was like...
That one was also good. You don't remember when we went to the Safeway after?
Dude, we're filming this like 5 months later.
I know.
5 months
Bottom
later.
line, somewhere in Redding, there's really good Mexican food.
Darn it.
Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
So far, what I like about this campsite is that right out our front door is a trail that goes to a beautiful lookout over the river.
Where the waterfall comes from. To see the river. So you can see a beautiful thing.
There's lots of trails around this specific campsite. So there's a trailhead right there. If you go up the road up over there, there's another trailhead. I love this particular site, site number 2, if you guys choose to come here. I highly recommend site number 2 if you have a large rig because it's kind of a pull-through sort of site. And we were actually able to level it pretty well. We just put some leveling blocks on one side on our wheels and then dropped our jacks down and it was able to auto-level just fine, even though despite we're on a little bit of hill. Because we were able to get that side-to-side level done, it auto-leveled itself pretty easily. So there is potable water here. It's not a threaded spigot, so you'll need some kind of an adapter if you plan to fill up your water tank here. We filled ours up before we got here, but had we known that that was potable water, then we probably would have brought a non-threaded adapter and just filled up here. So that would have made things a lot easier. Getting here was a little bit rough. The road was a little bit rough. It was a steep uphill. I actually had to put it in 4 low in order to haul our 17,000 pound trailer up it's a pretty small little hill, but just the fact that it's gravel and it's really loose and there's some low hanging branches that you gotta be careful of. So that was a little rough. But overall, I think it was totally worth it. I think the payoff is worth it. Our kids have just been having tons of fun being up here all by ourselves, playing around. And I've been having fun exploring the trails.
Well, obviously I love how beautiful it is. Driving up here was a gorgeous drive. I love that there's only 2 campsites, so you have one of two. You only will ever have one neighbor, which is really cool. I love that it's a horse camp because our neighbor has a horse, and that's actually been kind of neat for the kids to go check out the horse. What do you think, Hartley? It's fun? We also get 2 picnic tables and a very large fire pit. Was it good, pretty girl? Or you're still eating it? Mm-hmm.
All right, time for that chocolate.
Beautiful fire.
Another thing that you should know is that we are in bear country, so all of your food needs to be stored either in your vehicle or in one of the steel bear boxes. And not just your food, but anything that touches food or smells like food. So this grilling setup, when I'm done, I actually stick the whole thing in the steel bear box. But the bear boxes are large enough that I can fit this whole grill in there, no problem. So once it cools off, I just stick it right in there.
There's also a bathroom if we really needed it. We ran out of room in our tanks or something. And the trails, I mean, there's awesome trails. Also the fire pit, we found out there's any of the downwood is fair game because of the fires that happen here. So pretty cool. There's plenty of firewood around here.
Mm-hmm.
I just love Whiskeytown.
Yeah, me
Because I
too.
love the name.
You love the name?
Yeah.
I love the name too.
Whiskeytown Lake is stunning.
Yeah, and they have an area roped off for swimming.
Where are we, guys?
At Whiskeytown Lake. At Whiskeytown.
Do you like to swim?
Yeah.
Even if the water's a bit cold?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's fun.
It's ice cold,
Yeah.
but you
well,
can swim in it.
it's ice cold when we went in October.
That's true.
So
That's true.
it's probably wonderful during the summer.
Yes.
Late spring and early fall maybe, but it was good. It was a bit cold by the time we got there.
But that did not stop us,
No, it
and it
didn't.
did not stop the kids from spending an entire afternoon there. So.
Yeah, and we weren't the only ones. There were other people there enjoying it too, so it wasn't that bad.
Also, just to mention, it's worth mentioning, getting an America the Beautiful Pass is really worth it if you're going to be staying at national parks. It benefited us in Yosemite, in Sequoia, and it benefited us here at Whiskeytown too. We actually got half off of our campsite. So it actually technically wasn't free, but it was like $5 a night. So.
Yeah, it was super cheap.
Yeah.
Super cheap. And I didn't mention this before, but this campsite also had trash receptacles that were emptied daily. We saw a park ranger come up and empty them daily.
Yeah.
That's the only place that we've camped where they came and got your trash daily, so that was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
$5 a night.
I want to say it was like a half-hour drive into Redding. So we were able to get into town and do some stuff. We actually went to church out there. And got to do laundry, things like that. So it was primitive camping, but really close to
amenities for sure.
civilization.
Yeah.
So overall, I will say that our first experience boondocking was pretty good. I think we thought we might be able to stay longer than we could, but I think we found out we can go about 5 days,
Yeah.
maybe. And the other bad part was it was pretty forested. So when you have solar and that's all you rely on for your electric, we didn't charge our batteries to 100%, not one day.
The reason why I'm on the roof is because this is our first attempt at boondocking, and we don't have a generator, and we're relying entirely on our solar for our power needs. And yesterday, we ended the day at 80% battery life, which was pretty good. We started the day at 80% battery life, so we didn't actually charge the batteries at all. We were just consuming exactly what we were bringing in. And so I thought I'd come up here and have a look and see if our solar panels were dirty, because I thought I'd come up here and check out why we might not be getting a full charge. And look at how dirty and disgusting these solar panels are. So I already cleaned one. This is what it's supposed to look like. And that's what these all look like. So it looks like I'm gonna spend the rest of the morning cleaning up the rest of the solar panels. And hopefully that helps us get the power that we need. Yeah, it was a very narrow window that we had for charging. Like we've camped in some other spots since where you get full sun from sun up to sundown. And in
Yes.
this place, it was really only like from 11 a.m. to about 4 p.m. we got solar. So we had to be pretty power conscious, but I mean, it didn't prevent us from living our lives at all.
Not at all.
In fact, I even built a guitar while I was there.
Yeah.
So good enough, you know.
But overall, I think it was a great experience for us. We learned a lot.
We did learn a lot, and everything worked.
Right.
So I don't think we could ask for a better experience because we learned all the stuff that you should probably already know going into it without having to deal with any of the problems that could arise that you're not expecting. So it was a really cool, safe place. I really feel like the Lord gave us that place as our first boondocking experience to really get our feet wet and to know what it's about, because those other problems, boy, they sure came later.
Yes, they did.
And we'll be sure to tell you about those in our next video coming up. So thanks so much for being patient with us on our video upload schedule. That next video hopefully will be before another 3 or 4 months.
Just don't count on it.
Yeah. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you do know when the next video is uploaded. Check out some of these other ones if you haven't seen them already. And remember, life rocks.
When your home rolls.